today I just wanted to go over our experience with starting daycare at 3.5. By now he has only been enrolled for just about a month, but I would say he's already done a really great job adjusting, just especially considering how long, he was at home every day with me and how much of an adjustment, of course, this would be now having him in 5 days a week. So some of the changes that, we noticed, first, of course, was that he was sick for like the first 2 weeks. His immune system, of course, was catching up, especially with years of isolation. But it was mostly just a runny nose. Initially, he was running a little warm, and we just kept him home for that. But after, a few days of runny nose, we were like, okay, we can take him back. All the kids have runny noses. And I think that this is just part of that adjustment period. And it wasn't anything, too serious. So for the first week or two, he didn't really eat much. He actually had a period of time where he was not eating much at all. And he is a really picky eater. He has some sensory issues, and we think that is come into play with it, because it's not, just junk food. It's just very specific, like dry foods that he will accept. But that's another thing, another topic. But starting daycare, we think, gave him a lot of anxiety, and he just wasn't eating great. But now he's eating really great, and he's eating the school lunches that they provide, which is really amazing because it is a bunch of new foods that he wasn't really trying before. And we definitely think him being around the other kids has made a huge difference. So next, because we had these speech delays, we were pretty behind on potty training him, and we were hoping to have him potty trained by the time he'd be, starting school, but unfortunately we weren't having a lot of luck with it. No matter how often we put him on, it was just fights. So we decided to go for a school that would really help us through the process, and we're very thankful for that, because although it was a little hard at first with the adjustment, he has made leaps and bounds of progress with his teacher there, and we're really proud of him and really thankful for his school, because that has been great. Now he's regularly using the potty, whereas before, even if I'm putting him on every hour, a lot of times he would still go in between. And now he's going out of his way to tell his teacher when he needs to go, and it's just really crazy to see such a great improvement in just a month, after months of trying to potty train him. So we definitely think, seeing the other kids using the restroom and kind of having that incentive to feel like another big kid has helped him a lot. There was some immediate behavioral issues that we did see as well, and that was like tantrums, like throwing himself on the floor and kicking and screaming and sometimes hitting, which was not really something that we had experienced much with him. I mean, every now and then tantrums, but usually it was, pretty mild, and we could, talk him through it and help coax him. But in the first week or two, it was pretty bad, and of course we knew that there would be behaviors that he would pick up, and we just knew that we needed to be patient with him and keep showing him love, because I think these changes, of course, he's tired, it's different, it's intimidating, it's scary, it's loud, and it's important to keep all that stuff in mind. And I'm really happy to say that stuff is already in the past again. I mean, he only did that stuff for just a little bit, and I think now, actually, he behaviorally is behaving great, and he's pretty well accustomed to everything and the changes, and he's getting, better sleep, so I think that's helping. And on the note of better sleep, before daycare, he had stopped taking naps for, a while, at least 6 months, I want to say, that he has not been taking naps, but of course his daycare does require naps. I think, require, they have nap time for about 2 hours, and he was having some issues with that, of course, initially, but now he's kind of fallen into taking the naps there, and we think that's really great, because although he goes to sleep later now, he does sleep through the night a lot better most nights. I mean, for such a long time, he was waking up quite a bit through the night, and now that he is taking naps again, it has really made a big difference. For him and for us, of course, because, a lot of waking up for us too. He has also improved tremendously as far as his communication goes. I mean, I feel like for a while we were already seeing big differences in, how well he could communicate himself. But now, of course, the pronunciation's getting better too, because every day he has to have other people who need to understand him, and not just that very specific like speech pattern that maybe only someone who's around him all the time could understand. So it's definitely gotten a lot more understandable for everybody, I think. And he's also using just super long sentences, and he is constantly now paying attention to new words that he can learn to try to use himself. And every time I hear him say a new phrase, of course it's adorable, but he's certainly come a long way, and it's helping a ton, and we're really, really thankful for this because, I mean, like I said, we weren't sure how emotional he would be about it, and I think a month in, he's good, and that feels encouraging, to especially just seeing what it'll be like from here on out as well. There's definitely some emotions that, he's working through still, and I think, for instance, he feels perhaps a little bit more controlling of the time that he gets at home. And by that, I mean, like, now usually his time at home's in the evenings, and it's time to eat dinner and take a bath and get ready for bed. So it's not as much time, doing what he wants in his house, just chill and not worried about, other people so much. Most of the day now, he's around a full classroom. So I feel like he does want to play with his toys more on those evenings, and he doesn't want to leave, his playroom or, anything to go take his bath or to go sit on the potty despite doing so well at school. And we are at least experiencing better, results when we take him, but it's usually still a little bit of a fight, which is, from what I'm hearing, opposite, from at school. But he is definitely already getting better, and it's just part of the process, regardless, very proud of him, especially just thinking how well he's doing at handling these changes, truly, and communicating how he feels to us as much as he can. So to wrap it up, I guess I would just say, 1 month in, starting at 3.5, we weren't sure if this adjustment would be too hard on him or if we would have to take back the hours, but we're proud to say he's doing amazing, and we have confidence, that if you're going through the same thing, your child will feel the same way. And just make sure to stay in touch with the teachers, because that's really the best way to see what you can do to help the adjustment. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.